So welcome to another Orkney episode. So this is about the Mitsubishi I-Miev, but I thought I'd do a video here because this is where a small percentage of electricity comes from here on Orkney. This is the Hammers Hill wind turbine farm, one of the most efficient in the UK, and it paid for itself within a matter of, I think, about 18 months. It was paid for because of the generation of electricity. And I'll do a link in the description also here of when Robert of Fully Charged came here, back in 2016 I believe. Anyway, let's try and get out of the wind and let's have a look at this 10-year-old Mitsubishi I-Miev. So let's look at the numbers on this 69,000 mile 10-year-old Mitsubishi I-Miev. So I bought it in its rather sorry state because of the bodywork and also the rot within the actual chassis of the car. I bought it for £1,000. I spent £100 on 2 new rear tyres, £70 on a new 12-volt battery, £420 on the bodywork and some welding, which you saw in the first video, and then some mechanical work with another garage, which included servicing the front brakes, freed off the front caliper. The brake caliper was seized, some more welding on the rear chassis legs, repaired the front arm bushes, sealer, sheet metal, brake fluid, wax oil, pads, link bars, earth strap, and earth strap had broken, and labour. That came to £1,300 including VAT. So my sum total to get this back into a roadworthy condition with a fresh MOT was £2,952. That's including the purchase price. So that is what this car actually owes me. It's just under £3,000. Now if this was to go for sale through an auction, this would easily fetch, I'd say, £3,700, possibly £4,000, for some dealer to retail it at about £4,500 to £5,000. So yes, it has been worth getting back on the road. So there we go. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. No doubt it'll get comments from people finding some fault with electric vehicles, but no one is forcing you to buy an electric vehicle. We're just stating the facts that they are a viable alternative to burning stuff, to burning diesel, to burning petrol. That is a dwindling resource. But as regards wind, which you can probably still hear, yeah, I can still hear the wind and the turbine, I don't think we're ever going to run out of wind. And as regards tidal turbines, you can see there's the sea there, don't think the tide is going to stop doing its thing anytime soon, because I think the moon is going to be hanging around for a fair few years yet. So other things that we buy in our modern lives are mobile phones, and look at how much they've reduced in cost. For instance, this Vodafone so-called mobile phone, it weighed 4.7 kilograms, was available back in 1985. Now if you wanted to use that phone, you could talk on it for 30 minutes, and that's if you charged it up for 10 hours. So that's how far battery technology has progressed, but also how much the cost has reduced, because in today's money that mobile phone was £5,000. Now I don't hear people going out saying, wow, the depreciation on mobile phones, they were £5,000 so many years ago, so I'm not going to buy one because now I can buy one for I don't know, £500. I can get a smartphone for £500. Why? That's terrible depreciation. It's sort of skewing it, really, isn't it? This is the first generation of EVs produced by Mitsubishi in 2010, and they were £30,000, huge amount of money. The Nissan Leaf was around £29,000, £30,000 in 2011. What about today? What about a modern small city car today? Well, Skoda, based on the Volkswagen e-up, has just announced their little city car, the Citigo. It's got a 36.8 usable kilowatt hour lithium ion battery, and that comes in at £17,455. nearly half the cost of this when it was brand new, but with 160-mile range, over double the range in the very latest small city cars for half the price. One of the main reasons for the drop in price is not only quantities of scale and production costs have fallen, but also the cost of lithium-ion batteries. Now in 2010, 1 kilowatt hour was over €1,000. By 2018, that had dropped to 160. By 2024, they're predicting that the cost will be under €90. We're looking at that $100 threshold, where $100 per kilowatt hour of battery will give us price parity between internal combustion engines and EVs of a similar size. So renewables do work. All of our electricity grid is made up of different elements. So we have got nuclear, gas, we have had a little bit of coal, but as you've seen in the press of recent, we've not burned coal for weeks, partly because of lockdown, but we're just not burning as much coal, and that dirty bit of our grid is reducing all the time. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give it a like and a thumbs up and a share, and please leave your comments below if you still think I'm making the figures up about the cost of EVs and mobile phones, and all that information's on the internet. So there we go. Thanks for watching. I love these turbines, they look absolutely fantastic. So I'll leave you now with a nice shot of this little Mitsubishi I-Miev, and also these beautiful, turn that way,